Your next bout, preliminary 6 rounds, welterweight division in the red corner. Weighing in at 149 pounds, he has a record of 9 wins, 1 loss, 7 KOs, hailing from Kalihi, Mike Balasi. His opponent in the blue corner, weighing in at 142.2 pounds. He has a record of 6 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 4 KOs from Kona, Von Oscar Penovaroff, the golden boy, Penovaroff.
So as we take a look at the tape between Van Oscar Penovaroff and Balasi, even in age, Penovaroff will fight as the taller boxer, but the question is, will he fight as a tall boxer?
Well, he's a taller boxer in height, but only a 1-inch reach advantage, so kind of misleading, the height and how long the arms are. This has the makings of possibly a quick fight.
Penovaroff will be in the blue, Balasi will be in black. Balasi, known as a slugger here in the local boxing scene, comes out with a flurry, and Penovaroff answers back. Penovaroff very active, not only in boxing, but also in MMA. Holds a 5-1 record in those disciplines. There's a feeling out period between these two fighters, and both fighters wanting to go to town.
Well, these two guys haven't fought in a while. Balasi hasn't fought since January of last year. Penovaroff hasn't fought since June a year ago. And so they're trying to make up for lost time here in the first round.
Yeah, and that last June, he won a unanimous decision over Kwame Hill at the Blue Horizon in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So another Hawaii fighter kind of taken to the mainland U.S. to find action. Balasi kind of epitomizes that local fighter here in Hawaii. He, does what he can. He has 2 or 3 jobs, and finds the time to be a family man, and also to get ways to get into the gym, and just hoping for a call like to be on the undercard of a Brian Valoria Miranda fight.
Yeah, he trains when he can. He's not a full-time fighter. He's more of a hobby fighter, and so conditioning could be a factor that the fight goes more than a couple of rounds.
I saw Mike Balasi 2 years ago in Island Assault 1 in a very entertaining fight when he knocked out Tomi Misek, who hails from Maui, in a very entertaining 4-round matchup. But Penovaroff is a more accomplished fighter. We talked about his MMA career, but he has quite the amateur credentials. Over 100 amateur fight. He was an alternate to the 2004 U.S. boxing team that went to Greece. Balasi answers with a couple of hard shots.
And Penovaroff comes right back. These guys are winging. Balasi said, I'm a straightforward slugger, crowd pleaser. Penovaroff said, I'm more of a boxer puncher.
Scott, in the days leading up to the fight, a lot of the local fight fans were looking forward to this, as they know both of these welterweights just hard punchers, give no quarter type fighters. So Penovaroff scores there with that just straight right hand, and another one just comes over the top. Oh, and a straight combination from Balasi. Whoa, that's peppered right from Penovaroff. Boy, if you just like stand and bang action, this is a fight for you. Swinging left hand by Balasi, doesn't hit, and there's the bell, ending round 1. A very action-packed round 1. Hard to score.
Yeah, real hard to score, but I'm going to give a slight advantage probably to Balasi.
Let's take a look at some of the hard-hitting actions from the first round. Nice uppercut there from Balasi. Balasi's delivered a couple of nice power punches as you look at Alex Pellin in the Penovaroff corner. Former state boxing champion here in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Well, not then. You gotta do it. When he show you show. That's the way. Okay? Yes, sir. Okay. Let's do this. Deep it. You don't make him fucking, you don't be punching back. Okay. You shouldn't be, yeah,
These two
move.
guys appear to be pretty evenly matched up. Look at Van Oscar Penovaroff. He's never fought a fighter with a winning record. This is the first fighter that he has fought. This is his 8th pro bout that has a winning record. He's fighting a guy 9-1 with 7 knockouts. So definitely a step up in class for Penovaroff.
Penovaroff, a Russian surname, a 4th generation fighter here in Hawaii. Began boxing at the tender age of 7 years old. And he's never left the gym. Very exciting fighter, both in the boxing ring and also in the MMA cage.
Nice body shots by Penovaroff. Left hook to the body of Balasi.
Both fighters were state Golden Gloves champions, albeit different years. Penovaroff has won it 4 times, Balasi only once. As Penovaroff just peppered Balasi with a couple of big right-hand shots. And now Balasi starts to work on the body.
Smart, go to the body, go up to the head.
Peppering his man with body shots and goes downstairs, upstairs.
Not a lot of jabs.
You know, I was just going to say that. I was saying, both fighters have not had an opportunity to really work on their jabs.
No, they're just coming out winging.
They're just coming in blows. It's a nice combination there by Penovaroff. 1, 2, 3, and scores with the body shot. Very action-packed as Balasi, the southpaw. You know, when you have this orthodox southpaw matchup, you have the propensity to have a lot of headbutts, but we haven't seen that. Oh, as Penovaroff has a couple. He's stunned Balasi. Balasi on the rope as Penovaroff continues to go to the head. Couple of body shots, a counter by Balasi, and he's trying to work his way off the rope. Both fighters missing with big power hands.
These are 2 tough guys, no question about
He
it.
stunned Balasi.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Oh, and a straight left from Balasi scores. Boy, that right-hand hook that Balasi comes in from right field.
Yeah, that's the problem though. If he threw straighter punches, he'd have a lot more success.
Takes time for that hook to get there. Enough time for Penovaroff to get out of the way. Less than 30 left to go here, and a action-packed match thus far between these 2 local welterweights.
And particularly, you have 2 guys from the same state fighting to know each other. You know, there's that little extra something that gets you going during the fight, right?
Exactly, Scott. In talking with both fighters, they both know each other, as we see some showboating from Penovaroff.
And they like each other.
Let's go to the chop shop and look at the bodywork action from round number 2.
1, 2, 3, 4th, and I think there's the attempted counter by Van Oscar Penovaroff, but Balasi's gone to the body quite a bit. But no doubt that Balasi was hurt. I think you'd have to give the edge that round to Penovaroff.
Balasi on the right, Penovaroff on the left. Pretty similar in age, just 2 years apart. They live and train on different islands. You know, we asked him, Penovaroff, what do you like better, boxing or MMA? And he just says, it doesn't matter. He just loves to fight. Just put him in a cage, put him in a square circle, and just turn him loose. He's that kind of guy, and he's been that way for a long time. Just a guy who just loves the sport.
They've thrown a lot of punches through the first 2 rounds, and you wonder about conditioning.
Yeah. Well, in the only fight I saw of Mike Balasi when he knocked out Toto Mizzi, he threw a lot of these bombs, but he also left himself open for counter punches, and it seems that Penovaroff has taken advantage on his counter and also doing the nice combination as he's done right there.
Well, Penovaroff is a gym rat. He's in the gym constantly all the time. You mentioned Balasi, a father, works 2 jobs. He goes to the gym when he can. That's a difference.
Penovaroff is a style fighter, but with power. I mean, you can see the ring savvy that he has in there. As far as Balasi, it's just straightforward. Hit that sweeping right hook and just comes at you.
Good body shots.
That's what he did to his opponent in the last fight I saw. He just continued to work the body, and soon enough, the man, he's got to fall. It's like cutting down a tree. You work at the base, and the top will tumble. Oh, nice left hand, and another one follows it up.
Balasi doesn't know what a jab is, does he? I mean, he just comes in throwing hooks. At least Van Oscar Penovaroff occasionally will throw the jab out there. I don't think Balasi's had a jab yet in this fight.
Balasi, nothing but bombs. One day he's going to learn a jab, and that might take him to another level, maybe. Problem that Mike has here is just finding action.
Yeah.
As do a lot of Hawaii-based fighters.
Well, he admitted at first when he began his career that he thought about making boxing his full-time job, but because of the lack of fighters and fights here, this hasn't become that way.
30 seconds left to go here in round 3.
I think this round is up for grabs. Whoever finishes strong probably will win the round.
That's right. It looks like Balasi is getting the bitter end as he continues to score with the haymakers, and now going straight into Penovaroff. As Penovaroff does the wise thing and gets off the ropes. Less than 10.
Another good straight left.
Nice right hand by Balasi as the bell signifies the end of round number 3.
Stu, bring a chair. Mike, bring a chair. Huh? What you doing? Tell me. Huh? What you doing? Tell me. Look kind. You cannot be in the front of me. What I told you, get your 50 feet on the outside. Okay? You get them on the outside, you bang them on the inside. So you get them on the outside. Okay? Stay on his outside. Come on, Mike. Hold on. Look at that. In the middle, you can run down. You have to get busy. Like maybe rest 5 seconds, boom, get busy again, boom, kick back outside. Because he's trying to fucking see. He can see everything. What the fuck are you doing? You don't need fucking get in and let him hit you. Catch your hand. Let's go. Let's go.
So as we have passed the halfway mark in this welterweight battle, how do you have it scored, Scott?
I've got it 2 rounds to 1 Balasi. Penovaroff had Balasi hurt in the second round. Then we saw towards the latter half of the last round, Balasi hurting him. I've got a 2-round
pretty much
edge.
an even fight in that third round up until the waning moments, the last 30 seconds, and that's what we call stealing a round.
Absolutely. There are fighters that train just for the last 10, 15 seconds of a round. Good jab there by Penovaroff.
Seems that he knows how to throw one. Balasi stalking his prey now. Well, he opened up that third round with a severe body shots. He took a couple of headshots right there.
Balasi wants to try to get Penovaroff against the ropes again. That's where he's had a lot of success.
He's doing a good job of just cutting off the ring. Just going where he wants to take Penovaroff. Up against the ropes again. That's not where Penovaroff wants to be. Sweeping left hand, another left hand scores. Counter with a right. Hold up with a nice combination from Penovaroff. As he tries to fight out his way out of the corner. Both fighters down. Trading bombs. Balasi with one. Oscar with a combination and a nice hit. But Balasi answers back with a sweeping left hand to the head and body. As the Ichichi Jubawan says, keep the gloves up, gentlemen. Well, you like that 1-2 of Penovaroff. Head, body, but then Balasi just answers back.
Balasi coming forward, but his mouth is beginning to open up as well.
Right above us now, as we can hear the punches, the body work, the big crushing blows, and that's a nice right hand by Balasi. That's sweeping right again from Balasi. Oh, that's a big straight right hand, right to the head, and a left from Penovaroff. Boy, when you hear the sound that the gloves make, you just wonder how these fighters can just take this punishment. As we're less than 10 to go here in the fourth. Oh, nice uppercut. Penovaroff scoring on the inside as the bell signifies the end of round 4. Let's take a look at some of the bombs that were dropped in that round. Van Oscar Penovaroff.
Say that 10 times.
Penovaroff. You know, I've done a couple of his mixed martial arts. I mean, he's a very exciting fighter. Known for his boxing. You would think that that's what, you know, he knocks out a lot of guys, but he's got a couple of submission victories in that discipline.
Well, this fight has lived up to exactly what I think we all expected to be a slugfest between two tough local guys that know each other, have a lot of respect as well.
The two tough kids on the block, so to speak. Yeah.
Each has hurt the other within the fight. Nobody's been knocked down yet, though.
As much as you can.
Yeah.
And, you know, when he mentioned that he fought, you know, in Philadelphia at the Blue Horizon, you know, he did a lot of training before he went to the Olympic Center. He called it ghetto training. When he 18, he lived in the hood of Philadelphia and kind of real rocky stuff, he said. You know, hitting the meat and running through the streets of Philadelphia. It made him tough and get him to where he wanted to be, and that was being a member of the U.S. boxing team in 2004.
Balasi's got his
Penovaroff opens up with some quick combinations to the head of Mike Balasi.
Well, Balasi had his arms wide open, his gloves spread pretty wide open. He's taking some shots just coming forward.
And Scott, I mentioned that before, and Balasi, his Achilles heel, and throwing those roundhouses kind of leaves your body open to take some counter punches. And he certainly has taken some through 5 rounds.
Nice body shot there by Balasi. He's done a good job of going to the bottom.
I mean, if you're a boxing purist, you like a Mike Balasi because he just doesn't go head hunting. He knows how to work his opponent.
Body shots are kind of a lost art.
Yeah, sure is. Everybody wants to go for the head.
Yep.
Well, not Balasi. He sure can take a punch, too.
This is a really close fight, and this round is very close.
It's been an exhausting bout for these two welterweights. Just neither one wants to give an inch. Penovaroff perhaps scoring on, you know, quick jabs. Balasi with no jab to be spoken of. Everything he's got, he comes with a bang. Nice uppercut by Penovaroff. Did Penovaroff just stick out his tongue?
Yes, he did.
Just a little showmanship there.
That's a nice straight left.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That was 2 big left hands and a third from Mike Balasi.
I don't know if he has enough
And
energy.
a fourth. Van Oscar better not stick out his tongue anymore because Balasi is just going to rip it right off. As Van Oscar Penovaroff is getting a steady diet of left hands from Mike Balasi. Less than 20 to go. As the jab scores for Van Oscar. Combination miss. Oh, that was a mean body shot. Almost sent him over. Well, somebody's going to have a headache in the morning.
Well, you look at Balasi right here and just winging the punches as he has for 5 rounds now, and he connected with some pretty solid ones that got right into the grill area of Penovaroff and stunned him a bit.
Scotty, I counted 4 times that Balasi kept hitting him with that left hand with no response from Penovaroff. A sign of fatigue?
Could be.
As we took a look in the corner of Penovaroff and his trainer, Alex Pellin, and he's really sucking up some air there.
Well, this has been a tough fight. These guys will feel this for not just tomorrow, but for a couple of days, I have a feeling. This should be an all-out war this final round. I think this fight's up for grabs. I've got Balasi up by a round, but hey, who knows?
Start of the 6th and final round. And Penovaroff comes out a little quicker as he has answered the call with a couple of scoring hits. Balasi goes to right back to what he did.
That's all he knows. That's all he knows to do.
Oh, man, a sweeping left hand rocks Penovaroff. And Penovaroff tries to answer back with some swinging punching, but just drew air. As the crowd start to exhort these 2 fighters as they're slugging it out in the corner.
Fans are getting their money's worth just from this fight alone.
Haymakers and hooks and over-the-top punches from Balasi, both to the head and to the body. He's just been a constant hitter as Penovaroff has his man up against the rope.
Balasi looking to counter, waiting for Penovaroff to throw a punch.
Penovaroff might be spent, because that is the 3rd time now he has missed with a sweeping left hook. And Balasi just continues to throw bombs. Well, this is kind of an old-fashioned fight. Not a lot of fancy footwork. Well, just your old-fashioned stand 2 guys up and let them go.
I think Penovaroff might be cut above the right eye.
Well, take a look at that right eye. Yeah, you might be right. There might be just a small little cut over the right eye of Van Oscar Penovaroff. As we're approaching 30 seconds left to go of this entertaining and action-filled welterweight bout. The fans sense the end is near. They want somebody to go down. And Balasi is trying to answer it.
He is.
What can only be described as Fist of Fury. I mean, I know Honolulu hasn't seen a lot of boxing action, but boy, the fight
not recently,
fight fans, yeah, recently the fight fans here certainly made up for lost time here in just one bout.
It'll be interesting to see what the judges saw, because a lot of those early rounds could have gone one way or the other.
So as Penovaroff listens to his corner, let's take a look at some of the moving pictures.
There's
round 6.
Yeah, and Balasi, right from the beginning of the bell from round 6, he just came forward, figured he might as well lay it all out there on the line against Penovaroff, and he seemed to have a little bit more gas left in the tank, I think, than Penovaroff, that being Balasi. Here you see him taking a couple weak punches and then throwing that right hook to counter. Nice counter there by Penovaroff.
Penovaroff was just intent on not being knocked out. He did more covering up than he did on the offensive side.
I've got Balasi winning the fight 58-56. We'll see what the judges think. But like I said, you could have scored those early rounds one way or the other. I do think Balasi definitely won the last round.
So Van Oscar hoping to improve on his boxing art. He's never tasted defeat in the boxing ranks. Certainly he wouldn't like to do it on a big stage such as this in front of sort of his hometown crowd. He is from the big island of Hawaii, but a lot of people know him on Oahu for his boxing and MMA participation. And we have a decision. Let's go to John Nolan.
Before we go to the scorecards, let's give these two warriors a round of applause. Judge Herbert Min has it 57-57. Judge Pat Brown has it 58-57. Judge Ralph Martin has it 59-56. For your winner in the red corner, from Kalihi, Mike Balasi.
So a majority decision victory for Mike Balasi, who improves his record to 10-1. And just as you were saying before they went to the decision, Balasi doing enough with the power punches to take this fight.
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think the decision went the right way. But like I said, it all depends on what you're looking for as a judge. And you saw one judge had it even. You really couldn't argue with that either. I mean, it was such a terrific fight. I think they're not both winners, obviously, but for the fans, they got a treat.